Hey everybody, Megan Caffrey checking in from Friartown this week as we are bringing you the latest scoop on the road, talking all about what you need to know in last week in Olympic sports. And we start with volleyball, where 3 teams went unbeaten last week in Creighton, DePaul, and Marquette. And get this, the Jays and the Golden Eagles are both just the lone 2 teams who remain unbeaten in conference play. And it's really been Creighton who's just been a force early on this season. And how about this? For the second straight week, the Jays held their opponents to hitting below 10%.
Hey everybody, John Fanta checking in here on The Scoop. And in the world of Big East men's soccer, Wednesday night was filled with drama. In Indianapolis, how about 2 goals in the first minute of the match between the Georgetown Hoyas and the Butler Bulldogs? The Dogs in first place, only 1 win all time over the Hoyas. But on Wednesday night, Georgetown reminded the rest of the Big East that they are still a factor near the top of this league. A 3-2 win for Brian Weiss's club, a huge one at the Selleck Bowl. Marlon Tabora, the junior, came up clutch with the go-ahead goal in the second half. It proved to be the game winner, and Georgetown has won 3 in a row. Meanwhile, in Connecticut, a rivalry renewed, Providence and UConn. And after back-to-back goals, won by each team in the final 10 minutes of the match, in the final minute, Connecticut native Scott Testori puts one home with a header, and UConn takes down Providence in a 3-2 thriller.
Turning now to women's soccer, where Butler came here to Providence last Thursday night looking for their first conference win of the season, and you can consider that a road mission complete for the Dogs. It was Amelia Daly who got the night going early with a header in the 17th minute before Talia Summer found the back of the net. The Dogs winning this one 2-0. And the Xavier Musketeers are still unbeaten in conference play. They are currently 4-0 in the young league season. I caught up with the Musketeers to learn a little bit more about what they are bringing to the plate this conference play. The Xavier Musketeers are 4-0 in conference play, and I am so excited to welcome in Big East Offensive Player of the Week, Molly McLaughlin. Molly, thank you so much for joining us this week. A big week for you, earning 4 points on 2 goals this past week. What was helping you find the back of the net last week?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me. I think my teammates do really great things to help me get in good positions. And the first one was a free kick, which the foul was drawn, I think by Sonia Vargas. So, and then Rachel Dewey put a good ball in. So it's just little things that other people are doing that help make me successful on the field. And I couldn't do it without the rest of my teammates. So luckily I've been able to find the back of the net when it was important.
With your teammates and you working so well together, how would you describe the chemistry of your team this season?
Yeah, we've gelled pretty easily. I mean, we do a lot of team building, and our relationships are great. We're best friends on and off the field, and it makes life a little bit easier. And it's been a good ride, and we're continuing to learn and grow together, which is great. It's a super young team, which is exciting, but also we continue to find the things that we need to work on and listen to the coaching points. And I think that having the growth mindset and mentality that everyone does have makes those relationships a lot stronger because we continue to invest in them every single day.
How about you yourself in your game specifically this summer and now into the season? Where did you have maybe a key point that you wanted to grow or improve upon that you're really starting to see it come to fruition?
Yeah, I think it's just my consistency. I've always tried to just be solid and focus on the things that I'm good at, winning balls out of the air, controlling the tempo, and just being able to be a vocal leader for this team has really been what I've tried to focus on this entire year. Especially in the summers. I think the summers are really fun for me. I was dealing with injury most of the summer, so coming back and getting my fitness under my legs was a big focus for me, but really just trying to continue to hit those habits, get my habits right all the time, and just do the little things that will make me successful.
How would you describe that journey for you coming back from injury and really trying to get to where you were last season and even further along?
Yeah, I mean, coming back from injury is never easy. Thankfully for me, it wasn't a super difficult one to come back from. But, I think that coming back from last year and just having the season end on my home field in front of a home crowd when we had a great beginning of the year was pretty disappointing. So there was a lot of fight that I brought back into this year. And so just not being satisfied with how it ended has definitely fueled me a lot moving forward and coming back from injury, especially.
Forward progress continuing on. Molly, thank you so much for joining us this week. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Conference play is rolling right along as we take a look at the schedule for some of the upcoming games we have this weekend. Starting with women's soccer on Thursday afternoon, Xavier's perfect conference play record is going to be put up to the test as they take on Georgetown on the road. The Musketeers, a really tough test here. And then on Friday, a full slate of games in field hockey, as we can see here, all on Flow Sports. And for a full slate of the schedule, you can head over to bigeast.com. That'll do it for me from Friartown. We'll see you next week.